George Clooney has been acting since 1978.
Really?
That's 44 years.
That's a long time.
Damn, I didn't know that.
What's going on, YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys have been enjoying your summer. Can you believe that this is already the last week of July? And in a month or so, summer will be over. It just went by so fast. It went by way too fast. And I didn't even go nowhere. I haven't even been anywhere. But that's about to change. So if you live in the Atlanta area, I will be down there Labor Day weekend. And it's going to be my first time in Atlanta for Labor Day weekend in probably over 5 years. So that's a long time. So I'm looking forward to going and having a good time. I was really waiting to see what the lineup for Made in America was going to be. Mm-hmm. And they got Bad Bunny doing one night, closing one night, and I can't remember who else is doing another night.
Babs Bunny?
No, Bad Bunny.
Oh.
You never heard of Bad Bunny?
No.
He is very, very popular. And I'm going to say, yeah, he's a big Latin star, but he's huge. Like, bitch, he's like the Beyonce of Latin music right now. And last year during the pandemic, he was, he couldn't tour anywhere, but he was wrestling. He was in WWE, and they fucking loved him. And he was so, even me, he was so good at it. Like, you just came out of nowhere. You're doing rap and stuff, and you just come into a whole new lane and make a name for yourself. So I'm happy for him. And so yeah, but I was like, no, I don't want to. This is not my thing. I don't really know his music. He does a lot of Spanish music, and I don't know it.
But it's a lot of Spanish lovers, Spanish music lovers will be at Made in America.
They're going to be there. You say Bad Bunny,
they're going to be there.
You think ain't nobody going to be there?
No,
they're going to be there. Whatever night.
If he's that big,
yes.
Yeah. If he's that big, they'll be there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And his shows are like he announced the tour last year, and like every damn show has been sold out. So that's how big he is. And I don't know if he's doing stadiums yet, but he probably is. He's that big. But yeah, yeah, I can't wait to go down back to Atlanta, see everybody. So if you're in the area, I hope to see y'all down there. And Malik came to town. Shout out to Malik. I went out on Saturday night, and I went out the Saturday night before. And I've never been to Brooklyn Bowl, but it was really nice inside
in New
of
York?
there. No, it was here.
Oh,
it's right next to the Fillmore.
Okay. It's a bowling alley, right?
Yeah, it's so huge inside. So they got a bowling alley. They got a huge dance floor. They have a bar area and an area where you can sit down and eat. And I was like, I would do a party here. I don't know how much it would cost, but for sure it was nice. It was really, really nice. And, this weekend I just went to the casino.
I'm sorry, you said they had like a restaurant area too?
Yeah, where you can sit down, if you want to just relax. It was really nice. And this weekend I went to the casino, went to Rivers Casino, and I won more money than I came in with, which I was happy about. And I was down to my last $3. All of a sudden I seen all these buffaloes come up on the screen. And
Buffalo Soldier.
Yeah. I told the lady, I said, oh, my God, I think I won $1,800. She's like, no. She's like, that's $180. I was like, oh, shit.
Well,
my math was off.
Right.
Yeah.
It's good enough.
But, yeah, and I ended up winning, $250. And I cashed out, and they was already ready to go. So I cashed out, and, we went out to the club. Y'all know that I don't mind going out, but I need space. And eventually, I do hope that Club Level Up goes to a new area because it's too tight. Level Up is probably the size of my apartment, and my apartment is wider than than where you can walk in there. It's like it's too tight, and there's no need to even go upstairs because it's a couch up there, but
a couch,
and you can't see nobody on the front of the dance floor or anything. Like. They just need a bigger space. I do hope they get a bigger space. But they make their money. People pay $20. I paid my $20. I went. And then once it was too many people, I just went outside and never went back in. But I do hope that they fix that because people be asking, where can we go? And I always tell them to go to Level Up. But it's like, well, bitch, it's crowded in here. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say for now. Because,
yeah.
Hold up. You know,
What? What's the matter?
I'm going to write it down.
Oh. I'm thinking something was about to happen.
On Saturday. Can you read that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow. Was it their night?
I don't know.
Oh.
Bitch.
And it irritated you.
Yeah, it was irritating me. Then one of the straight girls, she tried it. Talking about, I will fight you because you're not a woman. I'm like, her friends was really trying to get her push her up the street.
Who was she talking to?
She was talking to one of the trans women.
Oh God.
That was there. Like, but ain't nobody follow her to like fight her or anything. So she was just selling wolf tickets to me. But why even come if you want to be like that?
Right.
If that's how you really feel inside, why are you there?
Because for a lot of the women who pretend to be gay advocates, they're really not. Yeah, let somebody gay get them mad, or let somebody, or let them be around their peers who are not gay, and they're gonna show you how they really feel. You know, it's gonna be this and so. It
was bad. I mean, I'm glad she just left. Like she left. But yeah, I really enjoyed myself. I had a good weekend. How was your week? I seen you went on your crab feast.
Yeah, my crab feast was on Saturday. We went down to Maryland. Had an awesome time. It was just fun. It was so much. This was my first time there since 2019 or 2018, one of the years, because I was throwing it, given the trip in 2020, but then COVID hit, so then we had to cancel, and I had to give everybody back their money. And then last year, I decided not to give it. They started it back up last year, but I decided not to give it because it was still like iffy. But
I'm just checking to see.
But this year, is it okay? Good. But this year, in December, when I went and I saw that they were still doing it this year, I said, "Oh, let me just." And I put the word out there in December, and by January I was sold out. And a lot of people were upset because they were like, "Oh," but my crab feast, usually sell out fast anyway because a lot of people come and have a good time. It's all you can eat, all you can drink for 4 hours. Dancing, DJ. I posted some videos on Instagram. If you're my friend on Facebook, I posted the videos in my story. And I've posted some pictures and videos on my page. But we had a good time. You know, we had a really good time. Everybody had a good time. I got some text messages and messages on Facebook of, some of my guests that went. And they said they had, a ball. This was my first time doing the 7 to 11 crab feast because I usually do the 1 to 5 crab feast.
That's late night. Ooh.
Yeah.
I know they was lit. That's my type of party. Okay.
They're usually lit during the 1 to 5 too.
Right.
Because it's indoors. It's not an outdoor, so it's indoors. But this one was lit. And I had somebody actually today, one of my guests, she said that she celebrated her 77th birthday last month. So she said, her and her sister and all of them, they came down with me. And she was like, I thought that the 7 to 11 was going to be too late for me. She said, but I had a ball. Okay. So we really had a good time. A lot of people from my church went, and yesterday was our communion. So, a lot of us had to be there, but we had a ball. And it was, what made me feel really good? The people who didn't go. Because when I got to church yesterday after service, I had a few people come up to me and was like, "Oh my God, we watched the videos on your page and your stories, and it felt like we were there. And the next time you give it, we're
Please
going."
let me know,
Yes,
okay?
we're going. And I was like, "Yeah, y'all missed out. We really had a ball. We really had a good time."
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. So yeah, I mean, I've been doing this crab feast since like 2013. So. I try to give it every year. I know next year I'm going to do an overnight weekend crab and lobster feast up in Rhode Island because I went back in November with my aunt. She gave a trip, and it was really nice. It's not like my crab feast. But this was still nice. It was really nice. All you could eat lobster, and I really like lobster. I like lobster better than crabs. All you could eat lobster, crabs, all types of food. I mean, this was a beautiful place that we went to up in Rhode Island. It was really nice.
You said Rhode Island?
Yeah, that's where it was. This is
I
in
went to
Rhode
Rhode Island? No.
Saturday we went to Baltimore.
Yeah, okay.
With my aunt in
Right.
November we went to Rhode Island.
Right. You was telling me
Yeah,
about it. Yeah.
and it was really really nice. It was really nice.
Yeah, well,
But yeah. So that was my weekend.
I'm glad everybody
And I
enjoyed
slept all
themselves.
after I
All
went home.
Sunday.
After I came home from church, I slept all Sunday. Didn't go to work last night, and then all day today, I slept even more.
Damn.
So I'm all rested. Like I was
Do you go back to work
busy.
tonight?
Yeah, I go back to work tonight.
Okay.
Yes. I was busy. You know, when you're a group leader, it's just like you all over the place trying to make sure everything. And then I had stepped out of the venue to go to the bus, and when I came back, everybody was like, "Where did you go?" They gave you a shout out because they were giving out at the craft feast. They were giving out the group leaders who gave trips. They were giving us shout outs, and I missed my shout out. So a lot of people were like, "Where were you?" They gave me a shout out. But, I was
But
like,
did they
"Child."
give you anything? Shit.
They didn't give me anything this year, which is kind of strange because usually they'll give us group leaders like a shirt, a T-shirt, or whatever the case may be. They didn't give anything, but I was fine with that. Yeah, I was fine with that.
Well, at least you got a shout out.
Yeah.
All right. So that was our weekend and stuff.
I mean, I got 2 free tickets from me. You know.
From when? Next year?
No, I'm saying they always give you 2 free tickets, and I gave those free tickets to my mom and dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna go?
No, I'm talking about this year. So when you
when
throw a
you
bus
throw a
trip, they give you
Okay.
2 free complimentary tickets.
So your parents went too.
My parents, well, my mom always goes, but this is my first time my dad went.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So everybody had a good time. We all had a good time.
Yeah. And so y'all know it's been a lot going on, but before we get to that, I have to talk about what's been going on the Shy. Okay. So y'all know we've been going for like 2 weeks. So I want to speed things up. Gotta speed it up.
Speed it up a little.
Yes. So Trig has
Victor.
yes. Trig / Victor
Victor.
has a new love interest. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like it's some sneaky stuff going on.
You think he's getting set up?
Yes. She's a journalist. She's talking about I won't tell.
Mm.
And then she's being like, well, I refuse to be a secret, but I'll keep this a secret, but I refuse to be a secret. She wants him to be out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why pressure him? Like, don't pressure him in the beginning.
She wants him to be out because they want him to be like a openly canceled person if he wins to be dating a trans woman, and they want that to be to be an open relationship.
Yeah, and something that you don't hide.
Yeah, something
And
that you don't hide.
You
right.
didn't talk about Jasmine.
Right.
You should bring her up.
But we all know in the urban community, even though a lot of people are accepting of a lot of things, it's just, it's still a hidden secret.
Right.
In the urban community. I mean, this is more of an accepting generation that it is. But because it's an accepting generation still doesn't mean that everybody is willing to be out. Right. So,
and just like the last person that we know who was trans attracted, I hope that's the right term because that's the last time I heard it, was Malik Yoba. Mm-hmm. And we haven't heard anything else. Like, we've seen people get outed or, some out in people, which I hate. But he was the last person to ever, to come out and say this is what he likes.
And Malik Yoba is, if you follow him on Instagram, you see that he follows a lot of trans women, and he's also in a lot of trans women's likes and things like that. I mean, he likes trans women, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But he is like the last big celebrity other than, what's his name? Darius McCrary from Family Matters.
Is he? See, I don't.
I mean, from what I can tell, he is.
And that's with Sydney Starr or something like that?
No, not with that.
Oh.
Not with that. I mean, allegedly. Allegedly.
Yes.
But from what I can see.
From his likes?
From who he follows, too. I mean, and a lot of these women, that they're trans women, and he's on their page liking their stuff. I mean, It is what it is. And I think he actually was called out on it, and I think he kind of dismissed it. Like,
Right.
not the Sydney Star situation, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen him on some trans women's pages. And like I said, some of them, you know that they're trans women. Some of them are very popular trans women. I just feel like,
I don't know what that was about. She's talking about sorry, something went wrong.
but I think that he's in like following in the footsteps of Malik Yoba. They're like, okay, this is what we're attracted to, and this is 2022. We don't care we don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so she wants Trig to be out, and we seen that she, was starting to like ask questions and things like that, and now he was, he's trying to get to know her, and she's trying to get to know him, but she wants him to be out more. I don't know where this is going to lead, for his run for city council. Also, Shad and his girlfriend, I'm happy for him. He, she got him to get this, what you call it when you get your face done?
Facial?
A facial. And now his character looks so much better. I mean, because he looked all dark and gloomy.
Because he had just gotten out of jail.
Yeah. But now he looks good.
But I felt like he looked nice even when they met.
Yeah.
Remember when they met and then they had the dinner at his apartment? I felt like he looked nice then. Like, I noticed, it's funny that you said that too, because I noticed that even back then on that episode, that I felt like when they were having dinner, his skin was all cleaned up, like he must have shaved or something. He looked good.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad that he's keeping it up, because you're out of jail, but you don't need to look like you're still in jail.
Right. And then, so his current storyline right now is he's really, I guess he's inspired by Victor, because now, like, he really wants to help the youth.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that tried to rob Emmett on this past episode, he's the same guy that smashed the window of Victor. And he's like, I want to know what your dreams are. What do you want to do with your life? Like, he's really trying to help this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a scary situation for Emmett. Serving chicken, selling chicken. Like, what can I help you with? Somebody just pull a gun out on you. It's the worst feeling to have someone pull a gun out on you and you don't know if you're going to live or die. I've been there.
So have I. I was robbed at gunpoint too.
Like, it's the worst thing. Like, because you don't know. Like, and all the things, like, I wasn't even thinking about all this extra. I just, like, please do not kill me. Please. Like, I don't have anything. Don't kill me. And you want to rob me for a couple $100 or kill me over some chicken? Right. People be doing a lot of stupid stuff. Right. If you're going to rob, why you got to kill him and all that? I don't know. But, yeah, yeah. So he's trying to help with that. Candy and Duda and Q, they got their own agenda. Mm-hmm. Now they were behind the scenes. Now they're in front of the light. Mm-hmm. And now they're like, well, Tracy's talking about, yeah, well, I want y'all to stop the robbings and all of that's going on because this is not a good look. And now they found out who was doing robbing in the neighborhood or whatever. And now they got to deal with the guys. Like, he beat them up, then threatened them, and then, like, yeah, I think he said they want 80% and they can keep the 20%. And then Tracy's like, but that's not what I wanted. But look who you are talking to. Right. Look who you are getting to try to stop what's going on in the neighborhood.
Right.
You think they're not going to get a cut?
A thief.
And these past few episodes, something I told y'all from the first episode, I love when they're getting together and they're having these conversations. Like Dre, Nina, Tracy, and I think I'm missing one more person. They got together on a Christmas episode. Excuse me, y'all. They got together on a Christmas episode, and they were talking about the dicks and talking about Darnell and sending this dick picture. And he, of course, he got punched in the face because the boyfriend found out looking through her iPad. And that's something that y'all don't know. If your iPhone and your computer and your iPad, all of that's connected, the iMessages go to all of that too. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not telling y'all to be sneaky and see what's going on, but look and tell me what tell me what happens. Okay.
Don't do that. I'm not here for what's her name again?
Jada.
In this relationship with Darnell. I'm not here for it because I feel like In the very beginning of The Chi, when The Chi first started, Darnell was basically introduced to us as this deadbeat dad.
Yeah, where's all of the kids?
Yeah, who didn't take care of his kids. Emmett basically was kind of following in his dad's footsteps because if you remember season 1, Emmett was a deadbeat dad too, because he had a lot of kids out here too that he couldn't. But he was all into sneakers and all that. Remember that?
Trying to make a dollar.
Trying to make a dollar selling them sneakers and stuff. I just think that why on earth would you go backwards with somebody who you know their history, you know what they did in the past. I mean, you raised basically Emmett on your own with no help from this man. And then he and Emmett started to build a relationship as Emmett got older, you know, and then Darnell started to be this, oh, yeah. But I'm just like, really? Is that what we do now? And then you actually, your current boyfriend, how to be a man. Yeah, your current boyfriend is much younger than you. He's your son's age, but he's a good guy. And he's there, to help because a lot of young guys are only around for one thing.
Right.
But he stuck around even through your sickness. And then you toss him to the side to get back with this deadbeat. No, I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
I'm not here for that. And I'm not even going to pretend like I'm here for that because I'm not.
But I kind of wanted to see them mess around.
Yeah, but I mean, who wouldn't want to see a train wreck mess around? But I'm just like, no, I'm not here for that.
So we're going to see where
her feelings going to get hurt again.
It could happen.
Yeah.
It definitely could happen. Definitely could happen. But I want to know what happened to all the other kids and how. What happened? What happened to all these kids? Same thing with Emmett's kids. I mean, yeah, he got what 3? Well, now they've been showing only about 3 kids, but he got more than that. And I believe he had a daughter.
Unless they switched the storyline and now season 5 he may just only have 3.
Yeah, because the kids is over for Christmas and all of that. You might be right.
You know, kind of like how they do Fresh Prince. And Viv was dark skinned one season and then she was light skinned the next.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's possible for people to forget.
Yeah, so they probably like, oh, well, we're just going to narrow it down to 3. Just like, no, not even Fresh Prince. Just like I'm going to say.
The Family Matters.
Family Matters. One season there was Judy, and the next season there was no more Judy, and we talked about it.
And they said y'all won't miss her,
right?
And they were kind of right, like they were right.
I know, unfortunately, because they
were right.
I mean,
that's a shame. And you did kind of forget.
We did,
because you forget about some of the.
we thought about her in the back of our mind, like I wonder where Judy is up there doing, but.
Right.
I ain't looking for her. So what you doing? I ain't looking for her.
Yeah. So Emmett and Emmett and Tiff. Now Tiff, and y'all know Tiff and my man has been together, and she was really upset about the Christmas gifts. Like she's like, I don't need all this name brand stuff. She's like, I just want thoughtful stuff. Something that's, how can I say this, like memorable? Something that she didn't care for all the name brand stuff,
right? Which
was nice, and she gave him something. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, she gave it to him, and then Emmett had his Christmas thing, and she was there. My man was there, and it was like it was nothing. Okay, but still. Keisha has still been coming over and in the background. And on this episode, Keisha and Emmett, they had sex.
I just feel like Keisha's been plotting ever since she found out Tiff and Emmett weren't really. I think Keisha's just been sitting back plotting anyway.
She wanted that old thing back,
yeah,
too.
She wanted that old thing back. And she secretly was happy that Emmett and Tiff was on the fence.
But she got it, because y'all see how they was all interacting and being together and trying to find a new place and all of that in the beginning of the season. Now we halfway through the season. Now they done fucked. You done fucked her husband. Now what? How do you think Tiff is going to feel?
When she finds out.
Yeah, when she finds out. Do we feel bad for Tiff?
What did Tiff call her that time? Curly hair? She thinks she's going to find out curly hair. Yeah. Do I feel bad for Tiff? Why would I feel bad for Tiff? Tiff didn't. I mean, Tiff has been messing around, but she was only messing around because Emmett was messing around.
Yeah.
So,
damn.
I mean, Tiff started messing around with that guy because Emmett was cheating on her.
Right.
And so Tiff wanted to make things work. She was even open to doing an open relationship, right?
Yeah. She was trying to do all kinds of stuff.
To make the relationship work.
Probably because he was cheating and she got
Right.
fed up.
So she wanted to make the relationship work, but Emmett, he wanted to make it work when Tiff was already fed up.
Right.
Tiff was like, wait, I've been trying to make it work and you haven't been receiving the ideas that I've been throwing out there. So now I'm going to go and do my own thing. And now you're upset that I'm doing my own thing. Not only am I doing my own thing, but I'm doing my own thing with a man who is making a little bit more money than you.
Yeah, but
who's
she
living
still
better.
wants the variety. But like he told her, that
She
pussy
does.
is mine.
Yeah, but she told him, no, this pussy is mine.
Right. But like he said, it is.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
On a serious note, if he told you, I can't remember what his name is, but if Iman Schupert's character told you that pussy is mine, would you say what Tiff said and say no, it's not, it's mine, or would you say or would you agree with him? Yes, it is yours.
I'm not answering that.
Because I can't help but notice you kept referring to him as my man. My man.
Yes, my
So
man.
if he looked at you and said, that pussy is mine, while feeling on your head like he was doing Tiff.
I wouldn't fight it. I wouldn't argue.
Yeah. So you
wouldn't
probably
argue.
would you chuckle or giggle like,
I'm like, you right.
and then would you get up? Oh, okay, you're right. Would you give him some that night?
every night.
Night.
Like he said, you don't need to go out there playing with these
Right.
kids no
That's
more.
what he told her.
What?
Because if I'm,
Tiana.
what did he say? He said, if I'm doing it good, I mean, there's no need for.
Yeah, there's no need for variety.
Right, I'm doing it good, and I like that answer.
Yeah,
I like that. I really did. I like that.
I like it too.
I like that answer. I said, okay. Well,
I like a little bit of variety.
Well-
I don't like,
I like variety if I'm not in a relationship.
yeah, but I mean, I don't need.
But I am not into threesomes. I did it one
Have you
time.
tried it? I'm
Yeah, I
about to
did.
say.
Yeah, I did. I did it one time. It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was cute. But it's not something that I'm running to keep doing.
Yeah, it's
So
not,
no.
nothing
Yeah,
I
no.
haven't done that in a while.
Too many people in one
Threesome,
room
foursome.
for me. Too many people
Yeah.
in one room for me. I just like me and one other person. I don't want me and two other people.
You know what they're trying to get me to do? Go to a bathhouse at least once.
To do what?
You know what
Who's
they do
trying
in
to
the
get you to do that?
bathhouses? People I know. I've never done it. I've never been to those little parties that people be having. I've just never done it. They're like, well, you gotta go at least.
Is this
one
your
time.
friends?
Yeah.
Do I
I'm
know
not,
them?
I'm not saying. I'm not
Okay.
saying who. Because I ain't throwing nobody under the bus.
I think I know who.
Okay. But
Do I know this friend? Yes, I do.
you know a lot of them.
I'm sure I do.
Because I mean, a lot of people have been to these type of things, but I've never been. And I was like,
I wouldn't look at somebody and say, "Oh, you need to go to a bathhouse." Like,
No,
what is
well,
that
I
to
mean-
say?
no, but like at least one time.
No,
Like-
I wouldn't even encourage that.
I'd be like, no, because then like, where my face is, my
Right,
face is out
exactly.
there. They recognize me. I walk up in there like,
I
do
wouldn't personally look at somebody and say, "You know what? I've been to a bathhouse before. You should go."
It
I
wasn't
doesn't-
like that.
No, I know it wasn't like
yeah.
that, but I still wouldn't even let somebody know that I've been to one and then tell you to go to one.
Not, but people go to them all the time.
I know that, but what I'm saying is somebody like Kevin, who is my friend, who is a popular blogger, I would never tell my friend who's a popular blogger that you should experience a bathhouse. That's not what I would do.
You
Because my
wouldn't.
friend is a popular blogger, and I don't want people talking about my friend who's a popular blogger
If
saying
I
that we
was-
saw him at a bathhouse.
Now, if I was in Iowa somewhere and I've never been, would I've done it? Maybe, but I can't do that. Like,
You should try it in Atlanta.
hell no.
Oh. Well, how about that? Since it sounds like you may want to try
I mean,
it
you wouldn't even need to go to a bathhouse
in Atlanta.
I mean,
No, all you have to do is go to somebody's house.
I'm on right now. Oh my God, I almost said something else, but no, Atlanta, like, it's something for everybody down there.
Would you go to an Asian bathhouse?
I don't discriminate.
I know you don't.
But that's not my. I mean, I don't want no old man touching me though.
Who says they have to be old?
I'm just telling you, would be there, or I mean, it'd be all kinds of stuff. But I don't want an old person looking at me, touching me.
I know.
Anyway,
Well, that's at any bathhouse, not just at an Asian
yeah.
one.
But yeah, so now let's get. So listen, okay, I am like totally uninterested in Kevin and the girlfriend.
Me too.
I'm
In this game and stuff. I said
Yeah,
that on the last time we talked.
yeah,
I'm really
not-
uninterested. All right, me too.
okay. Papa, he's just irritating.
He's
I'm ready for
irritating
somebody to
everybody,
Beat him the
right.
fuck up.
Punch him in his mouth one good time.
Jake and Gemma. She's pregnant, and I kind of think that Maisha.
Is jealous?
No, I think she got how can I say, it's like, yeah, you dumb bitch. It was kind of like, I don't want to say hating. It was like, look at you. It was kind of like
Well, basically, maybe Maisha is calling her out, Gemma, or feeling that way because Gemma's character started out as being this, oh, I am this and I am that and I'm better than everybody because I am pro-black and I'm pro-Black Panther and I'm this and I go to this.
keep going.
I go to this school and I'm highly educated, and I think Maisha's probably looking at her like, girl, even y'all get pregnant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's like, what you gonna do?
Right.
All this because you pregnant.
See, I'm the one who should be pregnant.
Right.
Because I'm the statistic. Single mom, raising all these kids in the project.
Yep.
I should be the one that's pregnant.
Right.
But I'm not. The one who comes from this upscale family where her father works in politics and all that, and she goes to this preppy school, is now pregnant. Come on, Lena. I see what you're doing.
I like how
Come
you,
on,
I
Lena.
like how
I
you-
see what you're
I
doing.
like how you put it that way.
Yeah. Because isn't that how it
Because she took delight in Maisha being pregnant. It was, Gemma being pregnant.
Well, a lot of people do, especially when it comes to preachers' daughters and preachers' kids. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm not, because I know Gemma's not a preacher's kid, but I'm saying in real life, a lot of people take delight in when they see preachers' kids
right.
fall by the wayside, because a lot of times preachers are looked at up here, which they shouldn't be. No, they shouldn't be.
I mean, you
You should never put a man up here.
But he preaches the word of God.
He does preach the word. He does preach the word of God.
You
But
gotta-
no
he gotta
man.
be
But
somewhere.
no. But no man. Yeah. No. His authority. You should definitely respect his authority. You should definitely respect his authority. But you should never look at a preacher as if they are somebody who can't do wrong.
Right.
And my
we gonna
pastor,
get to that
and my
later.
pastor, but don't people look at people said the same thing about my pastor. Your pastor live in North Philly. He live well. Where's he supposed to live at?
Yeah.
Because people think
and
that
we're
preachers,
gonna get to
people,
that about
people,
pastors.
because people look at pastors and say, "Oh no, they should be living in this glamorous life." And I said,
Right.
"Well, my pastor don't live no glamorous
Yeah,
life. He
we're
live in a
gonna-
regular home like we do."
We're gonna get, because there's a pastor that's robbed that we got to get to.
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying, that people take delight because they say, well, see, stop putting these preachers on these pedestals as if they're somebody that they're not. They're human just like the rest of us, and their families are human just like the rest of us. Their kids are human just like the rest of us. We all fall short. They fall short just like we fall short. You know what I mean? And I think this is a reason why a lot of people leave churches, because they say, oh, well, look at them, they're doing X, Y, and Z. But you go to these churches expecting to find a perfect church with perfect people, and you're never going to find it. You're never going to find a perfect church. You're never going to find a perfect pastor. And that's why I get irritated when I see people trying to put these churches and these preachers on these pedestals. Stop doing that, because they're human just like the rest of us. Preachers fall short. They sin just like the rest of us. They do all of those things just like the rest of us. But they know who it is. They know where their help comes from, and they know repentance is real. And you have to go out. You have to repent. You have to. But I say that to say back to Gemma. I really do believe that Maisha's in that place where, listen, I'm the one who's supposed to be pregnant, not you, because I come from the projects, from a single mother, from a single parent home. You, on the other hand, you come from a single parent home, but you come from a single parent home where your father is doing very well for himself. You know, you go to this upscale elite school.
Uppity school.
Right. And here you are pregnant by this boy whose brother is a drug dealer or a former ex-drug dealer.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. But that's usually who they get pregnant by, too. Them good girls. By the bad guys.
Yep.
Prime example. Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown.
Oh my God.
Next topic. Okay. I'm just saying.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, now let me tell you, Sundays is like the only day I'm home, and I get to do anything. But I cannot wait until that clock says 8 o'clock.
See, you thought that it was going to be boring. Remember?
I said I'm going to give it
You
a
thought it was
chance.
gonna be boring. And I said, nah, I like this type of petty.
Babe.
Yes. And
These
Marlo's
girls are bringing it every Sunday night.
Yes, they are. It's good. I like it.
Yes.
And Sonya, that's your girl.
Yeah.
She's a bone collector. She
she's a
irritates
bone
me.
and she's irritating.
I told you that. You said, "Oh, nah."
I wanted to give her a chance.
No, I saw her. I saw right through her and them abs and that track when she first came. She's fake
Yeah,
to me.
because
She
I
really
didn't
is.
like on last night's episode where she was running
Yeah.
and telling. First of all, she sat down with Kenya,
Yeah.
got
Kenya,
all the tea.
Kenya, I'm so happy that you're here.
Yeah, and then go run and tell
Marlo.
every damn thing.
Oh, she said this about your nephews.
God,
and
yeah, and she didn't say anything. She never brought up the nephews. And see, Marlo did that shit that Nina did. And I can't stand that. It's like you don't know when to shut the fuck up. You keep talking and nobody gonna say this about this person, and nobody gonna talk about my nephew. You need to keep them out your motherfucking mouth. And you didn't even hear a goddamn thing. You took what somebody told you and you ran with it. Now Marlo she took the girls on vacation to Blue Ridge. Now I went to Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge is nice.
Mm-hmm.
It is really nice. I encourage y'all to get a house, rent it out. They got hot tubs and stuff like that. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead and enjoy yourself. It's like a 90-minute drive from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really nice. And so she wanted to take the girls on a trip. But her and Kenya, they had these issues going on. Has anything interesting before we get to this like happened that we missed? Because I'm glad that Candy and her tour and all of that stuff, I meant the play and the vibrating panties, that storyline is over.
Yes.
I feel like something was missing in between. But Marlo is just fucking irritating. So anyway, she decided to throw the trip. Her and Kenya hadn't been getting along since
When they did the working out with Drew, and they got into an argument there.
Okay. So the thing with Drew. So anyway, they all up in Blue Ridge last week. Everybody having a good time. Kenya decided that she wasn't going to come. But me knowing Kenya, I knew fucking well by the end of this episode Kenya was going to be there. And what happened? Kenya was there. So you got one petty bitch and another petty bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So now Marlo's like, oh, well, since you here, if you're going to be here, you got to stay in the house.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not going to stay in the house, then you can't come with us. You can't do whatever you want to do. So that's how it was left on last week's episode. But it seemed like everything that she said went out the window. Because Kenya was there the next day. You know, they were about to go play with some gems. Like, girl, it's better things to do in Blue Ridge besides play with gems. And Marlo like, well, I want to talk to you, Kenya. Kenya running all around the house. Now, that was making me upset with Kenya. Because you are in somebody else's house that Bravo paid for on this trip. And she wants to talk to you. Have a conversation with her. If you know you want to have a private conversation, no, Marlon wants to have a private conversation. You want to have the conversation in front of everybody. Y'all both was being petty. And both was getting on my motherfucking nerve last night.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I understand. But, Kenya, you have to understand. You have been a villain for 10 damn years on TV. Okay? So, trying to say that she reminds you of Mark, that's only going to get you but so far with me. Okay? You talked about a lot of people and you did a lot of mean things. And now all of a sudden, just because your leaf turned a new color, I'm supposed to be, okay, yeah, I agree. No, I don't agree.
And you know what, Marlo? Stop pointing out Kenya's butt. Because every time you point it out,
I'm so tired of talking about it's at her ass.
Well, it is disgusting looking.
I don't even know what it looked like.
It doesn't look real.
A lot of people asses don't.
And
look
she's
real.
right. It doesn't look real. Because her butt doesn't match her body. But I need you to stop bringing it up. Because every time I see it, I say, oh, my God, it doesn't look good. But yeah, Marlo, this trip, you did too much trying to be Kenya's friend. leave it alone. If you feel like she is, I know you said you wanted this trip to be about you and healing and all that. I just didn't understand why you invited her in the first place.
Why you invited anybody?
Yeah, why? Right. Why'd you invite any? You should have went somewhere to a nice resort by yourself and just had a few days to yourself.
Right.
Just had a few days to yourself. I mean, trying to, and then another thing. Why does Sheree keep inviting that woman? Fatum. Her voice is annoying.
I think they probably was all like in the running to probably be get a peach.
Yeah, she's not. She
was
shouldn't
the
get
one
no
to get
peach.
it.
Yeah, because she is annoying.
Yeah.
She's annoying, and I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Fatum.
It doesn't make any sense why she's there. It doesn't make any sense why she keeps coming at Drew. It just doesn't make any sense. Like,
but why did Drew let that woman get her like that? Drew, like this, you trying to make this your storyline because your husband's not even there no more, and I miss his fine ass.
Who, Fatum's?
No.
Oh, Ralph?
Yeah.
When Drew threw that bone and Sheree in her confessionals, which I rewinded 4 times. That's how hard I was laughing. I had to rewind it 4 times just to keep hearing Sheree say. When Sheree said, did this bitch just throw Ralph's dildo?
Yes!
I said, baby, they are not going to let that gay,
Right.
that gay thing go. Why?
There's no way her husband is gay. I don't believe that.
Why would Sheree say that? She said, did this bitch just throw Ralph's dildo? Ralph is not there. Ralph has nothing to do with this argument.
Business.
He's minding his business.
Oh, you know that's coming up at the reunion. Bitch.
Kevin, when I tell you I rewinded that part 4 times because I couldn't stop laughing.
And then I looked at the bone extra hard.
Yes.
After when she
And
said
I said
it.
to myself, well, is it a dildo? Because it is kind of big. But why would she think that would be Ralph's dildo?
Right.
Of all people. Why couldn't it have been Drew's dildo? Why did it have to be Ralph's dildo? I know this bitch did not just throw Ralph's dildo. And I said, Ralph is not even there. Like, why would she say?
Right.
Sheree, that was a good one.
And the way they carried on in that parking lot.
That drop.
Yes.
The way they carried on. You would have
90
thought we were
minutes.
sitting at 22nd and Burks. 20 to
that's
19.
something that would've happened.
Because that's the way y'all used to carry
Right.
on. I mean, for hours.
I mean, hey.
They carried on. I know them drivers were over it.
Well, I mean, they got paid, so they ain't
Yeah,
had
they
nothing
did.
else better to do.
Jesus Christ.
But what about before they got there and the Uber driver said, you can't eat in this car?
Yeah.
Candy and them was over it.
Yeah. And they said, okay, but we're going out to eat.
Yeah,
It took over an hour.
Yeah, well, Candy is paid.
Yeah, she
and
is.
you know what? I be thinking like Candy. I don't know why I think that. Like, Candy, you got so much money. Why do you waste your time with these petty bitches?
I don't know.
You
It's
just standing there
Because you know
for
why?
90 minutes.
Because it's better. It's business for Candy for her other businesses.
Yeah.
Think about it. Before Housewives of Atlanta, we weren't really paying attention to Candy Burris.
No.
Not visually, anyway. I mean, she was writing the songs and stuff.
I don't even think she had all of those businesses at that time.
No, I mean, this franchise helped.
Yeah.
You know,
she was
people
signed
were
at the
going to
intro when she first
OGL or OLG
started.
because
And
of
I'm going
this.
there.
Yeah, because
I'm
of
going
this.
there. Oh, bitch.
What's the name? Now I've heard mixed reviews. I have.
Yeah.
However,
I'll
but
be
that
the
doesn't.
judge of
But
that.
But yeah, exactly. 'Cause
And
that's
I'm
how I
gonna
feel
go to
too.
Lenitias.
That's how I feel too. I said, people give mixed reviews, but that's okay because I want to be able to sit down and say how I feel about the place.
Right.
You know what I mean? But this is good business for
Candy,
Candy.
let me be the judge.
This is
Okay?
good business for Candy. Look at all them different spinoffs she done created from this show.
Yeah.
This is good business for her. So if I was her, I wouldn't leave the show either.
I mean, but I'd be like, bitch, I ain't got time for this. I'll see y'all in Atlanta. I would have left. Because y'all wasting my time. First of all, looking at gems don't excite me.
No, I
Collecting
was
gems
trying to
don't
think of
excite
what
me.
was that all? And when I seen that Trump 2024 and that man's thing, I said, baby. And Kenya said, here, I think you something about trash. Or
And
something.
he was over.
Yeah, he
y'all
was.
didn't belong. First of all,
No, y'all didn't.
he didn't want y'all there anyway.
Anyway, no, he didn't. He didn't even seem excited when they walked through the door.
No. I mean, look at
He just got a check and said, all right, I'll do it.
But I mean, it was no. But when I was in Blue Ridge, it was really some nice
Yeah, but
other people.
me,
white people, they were
Mikkel,
nice.
is not thinking. Let's take my group to gym mining.
right.
What the
No.
hell? Why would I do that?
We went to got drinks.
Somebody said, "Are these rocks?"
We went to an escape room. We had a good time, and I didn't think I would have a good time. Oh my god,
and you had a ball.
I sure did. Hey Daniel.
Mm.
Oh my god, Mikhail, I didn't even tell you this. Wait, I was almost in a car accident in an Uber Friday morning, going to work, coming off 76. You know they just reopened Chestnut Street Bridge, so we about to cross Chestnut Street. A car, we had the green light mile away. A car comes from the left side to turn onto Chestnut Street. Mikhail, it was kind of like almost
About to hit y'all.
and my heart dropped, Mikhail. I've never been that scared before. All I could do is just brace for impact. And it never happened. It was like, oh, okay. But my heart was still,
Yeah.
because I didn't know what was going to happen. I was nervous as hell.
You know, I've been in quite a few car accidents.
Yes.
So I'm used to them. I mean, nobody should ever be
But-
used to a car accident, but
But that
yeah, I
brace
know.
for impact, woo. Because I didn't know what was going to happen. But I'm glad I made it.
Try being on a plane and they tell you to brace for impact.
Well, listen, when it's on the plane, it's all over because, I mean, now this is a miracle.
No, people have
But
survived
ain't
plane
nothing,
crashes.
yeah, they do, but it's really nothing you can do.
No, you can't.
no,
you just
can
hope
do.
that pilot knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you trusting your life in that pilot saying, hope his mental health is okay.
Anybody's hand. When you get in
Yeah.
an Uber and everything.
Yeah.
When them people get in my car for Uber, they trusted me, and I don't know why, but they are. Because I got a heavy foot when I drive.
Listen, if I'm trying to get to work, like if it's like 5:30 something, and I'm trying to get to work because I'm running late, if I see you only picked up 30 people, I'm not riding with you. I'll cancel that and get another
What you mean?
one.
Oh, y'all can see that?
Yeah, we can see how many rides you got, what your rating is, and everything.
Oh, I didn't. You know, I don't check that
Oh
stuff.
no, I don't trust the new people. And when new people, like if I order something from like oh my god, I wanted this seafood so bad from around the corner. Order Uber to pick up my food. You know that bitch canceled that order talking about she delivered my food and kept it. And mind you, she was only like 20.
That's why I don't do Uber Eats. If I can't go get my own food, I'm not having somebody deliver it to me. Unless it's the delivery.
They seal it up. Like you see.
No.
look at that
I'm just
McDonald's.
saying because
Yeah.
of stuff like that. Stuff like that. We as drivers can easily say, "Oh yeah, we delivered it,"
I'm like, where's my drink? They didn't give you no drink. No, they didn't give you no drink.
and the whole time the drink is in the car.
Yeah, and I know, like, do they make y'all go back and get the drink, or
No, we ain't go
they
back.
Just refund you.
No, because your
They
issue is
refunded me for the
your
drink.
issue would be not with the driver. If I tell you that they didn't give me a drink, your issue is not with me. Your issue is with the restaurant.
I'm sure if Uber said, "Oh, they didn't give you enough drinks," then now we got an issue with you.
Yeah.
Why these people ain't never getting their drinks?
Right.
Why every day?
But you know, when we as a driver, like for instance, when we do Uber Eats, I discovered that. All right, prime example. I get a delivery. I'm going to, let's say, the McDonald's at Broad and Diamond. It's going to let me know this McDonald's has had numerous customer complaints. So we know before we get there that we're about to get to a restaurant that has numerous customer complaints. We already know that. It'll also let us know this particular customer has complained about this particular restaurant. So we get all of that. So, I mean, but we're talking about Broad and fucking Diamond.
Yeah.
Do you think that McDonald's is not going to get complaints?
You know what I did with,
Are you kidding fucking me?
What I did with my Uber driver is I'm gonna say this with my Uber driver. Popeyes is notorious for not putting sauces in the bag if you order from their store. If people are buying nuggets and chicken tenders from you motherfuckers, why aren't y'all putting in the spices that they require and the hot sauce? Now, if I ask for this in person, somebody fill up 25 packs of hot
yes,
sauce,
they will.
barbecue sauce, mustard.
They give you
all
so
that.
much you don't know what to do with
Right, and I'm like, damn, this is a lot.
it. And you put it in your kitchen cabinet.
Right,
Until you
right in the drawer. And every time I order Uber Eats, y'all never put no sauces in the bag.
Yeah.
Fix it. And I told my driver, I said, please make sure that they put the sauces in the bag. I shouldn't have to tell my driver
to make sure y'all do what y'all supposed to do.
Right.
Because all he's doing is picking up my food.
Yeah. It should be common courtesy. Like, it shouldn't, no, not even common courtesy.
Common sense.
Yes. Okay, so this person got chicken tenders. I'm not going to give him no cocktail sauce. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I mean, 95% of the orders, Mikkel, I never get my sauces. And I don't know why I'm making this an issue on YouTube.
I don't know why either. But you know what? Somebody's going to hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's never there. Something's always wrong somewhere. And it's never, like, what I'm supposed to get my own. I do got my own hot sauce now. Because y'all don't ever give me what I want. I went to Trader Joe's and put a bunch of little different things. Mm-hmm. You know, Trader Joe's is really nice. You ever been in there?
No.
You know, you go up in there. And I got a lot of nice things for $125 last week.
Okay.
I got a couple spices, some sauces, some meats that I haven't even cooked yet. But still, like, they got a lot of nice stuff in there. Stuff you probably wouldn't think you would cook, put it in the car because it's only like $3.50. Mm-hmm. It's worth it. I go to Trader. Don't do that.
The way we've had this heat wave, you didn't even have to turn your stove on.
No.
All you had to do was wrap it up in aluminum foil and sit on your step. Sit on your step for about a few hours. I got in my car.
98 degrees.
I got in my car on Sunday after church yesterday. Mm-hmm. When I got in my car after service, I went to sit down. I had to get out of the car. That's how hot. Because, I have leather seats. That's how hot the car was. Mm-hmm. That I had to stick my foot in on the pedal and push my push start just so I could turn the air on because I couldn't sit back on. Mm-hmm. Then I had to stand outside of my car in the heat until the car got cool enough for me to get back in it. Damn. The seats was that hot that my whole ass and back was burning that I had to say, ooh, and get back out. Mm. Can you imagine if I had left a piece of meat wrapped in aluminum foil in that car?
You could have cooked it.
You could have cooked that.
Fish. Don't give nobody no ideas.
You could have. Now, I seen somebody do that with a car engine. That's disgusting. That's really disgusting. They put it was hot outside. It was on Instagram. It was one of them Instagram reels. I don't have to tell you what race they were. Mm. They put a steak wrapped up in aluminum foil and they stuck it under the hood of their car. And where they was, it was like 98 degrees. And they drove like an hour away somewhere. And by the time they got there, the meat was cooked, so they say. And they ate it with no seasoning, no nothing. Of course, I don't have to tell you what race they were. Well, can you imagine what that meat smelled like when they took it from under that hood? Know. All that gasoline and stuff. Because under a car hood smells like an engine, fuel, and all that stuff. People don't think about stuff like that.
Well, McKay,
that's why I said if you wrap it up and just sit on your step, it's not going to smell like anything. It's going to.
Have you ever been to Steak 48?
No.
I'm going to go there soon. I want to go there. Like, I'm going to just have a nice dinner somewhere. Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to have a dinner there for my birthday, but I ended up not having it.
Yeah. I just want to go.
Yeah.
My coworker raves about it all the time.
A lot of people like it. My mom and dad went there for Mother's Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
She liked it?
Oh, well, I'm sure they did. I mean, I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about it. No. I really haven't. So, I'm sure it's good.
Yeah. I got to go.
Go to the next topic.
Yeah. Beyonce. So, this is my thing. Beyonce got a new album coming out on Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah, this Friday, July 29th. Now something I got to work. Well, first of all, so I got a new training class. So this is going to be my third training class, but my actual second class. I like training. Mm-hmm. I like training. Now, I'm hoping that everybody's supposed to come and show up because I had only one person in my last training class. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be 4. But, Mikkel, I think that was just like God, like, no, you just need one person. Because I was making mistakes, not training, but like with the slideshows I was supposed to show. Mm-hmm. So now I know how I'm supposed to do it. Okay. Because I ain't with all the people like, you don't know what the fuck you doing. But, right. Yeah, but she's doing good. I don't see her get up from that chair and really ask for help like that. Mm-hmm. So I am so happy. Like, I did the damn thing in training.
That's good.
Yeah, I was like, I'm scenarioed out. I was like, she has to come on the floor a day earlier. You know, she was like, I'm kind of shy. And I was like, no, I don't want to hear that shy stuff. Mm-hmm. Come on. Like, I want you to talk to the customer like you want to be talked to. You know, that's how I like to train. Like, don't be like, hey, you know, it's a good day. Like, no, like, say hello, introduce yourself. How can I help you this morning? Such. Give them that. Some people need it. And something I noticed, the men in the morning, they so slow. But the women, I'm talking about the men that call in, they so sluggish. Like, but the women, they know what they want. When I ask every question, they alert. I'm like, yes, you have a good morning. Have a good day. Stay safe. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but anyway, back to Beyonce. So I have to work on my day off because I'm training. But I want to know, where is the videos? Like, I was happy I was like, okay, I'm glad that she's not putting everything out all at once as far as like videos and stuff like that. I wanted like a regular, like how she gave us a date. Okay, I give y'all the song. Here's my video. That's what I thought was going to happen, but there's no video. I haven't seen the video, heard the video, nothing. I want to see a video. Give me a promo. Give me a Robin Roberts interview. Give me a Gayle King, something like, damn. I kind of miss hearing her kind of have conversations with people. That's what I want. And you know, Break My Soul was not everybody's cup of tea. It was my cup of tea, but it's not everybody's cup of tea. Like, nothing, not a preview. And bitch, you know this ain't nothing leaked.
No.
Ain't not a damn thing leaked.
She's a great, her team just gets better and better. Yes. They really do.
Because before, it was some issues. But now, radio silence.
Listen, if you want to work in that business and you want to work with somebody like Beyonce, you better keep your mouth shut. I would.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get no bigger than Beyonce. That's Beyonce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People like Beyonce, people like a Chris Brown, people like a Rihanna, a Jay-Z, a Kanye West. You know what I mean? You keep your mouth shut because you don't want to fuck that up.
Yep.
You know,
have you heard the album yet?
Who was that? Keke Palmer and
no. Have you heard the album yet? Because no. I get my box this weekend. I'm excited for that. I'll probably do an unboxing and see what's in there. But
you're gonna like this what number?
She released the track. Listen, that didn't do nothing for me. I want the video. I don't need 12 videos at once or a movie. I want to be like, Beyonce picked this single, all right, and Beyonce shooting this video. Like, I want it to be fun. Make it fun again. And you're going to act like you know. Keke Palmer and Zendaya. First of all, these are two people I never put together. Okay? Like, I know Keke done her thing and Zendaya done her thing. But never have I thought, well, one is getting further than the other because one is lighter than the other.
Right.
Or one is no, I've never thought about that.
Me neither.
I never put them on the same paths.
Right.
They just were both childhood stars like many other people were childhood stars.
So who are they saying is not getting further?
So somebody was like...
Because Keke seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, but they said that Zendaya, because, you know, she got her HBO show, she was with Disney and all of that.
So was Keke. Keke was with Disney with ABC News because their parent company is Disney. She had a whole talk show with, what's his name? The one you like, with The Gap and Sarah Haynes. They had a whole show on ABC that ran its course.
Yeah.
Keke Palmer is now on all these ads and TV commercials. Keke Palmer is doing her thing. I mean, I see more of Keke Palmer than I do Zendaya.
Yeah. But that's why I said I never
like,
thought to put them together.
Right.
So Keke put out a tweet last night talking about, bitch, colorism is when you think you could compare anybody to me. And then she just went off for 40 days and 40 nights. And that tweet, the last time I seen it this morning, had over 500,000 likes. And you really don't see that on Twitter anymore. And I've never thought to compare them. Like, never.
Why? Why would you compare the two of them?
Like, they both doing their own thing. And if you ask me, they both could be further than what they are anyway. And in their careers. They both should be light years ahead of where they are at. And they're not. And I really didn't hear a Zendaya until that lady from E! News talked about what she thought her hair smelled like.
Oh yeah, Juliana Rancic.
I've never paid no attention to Zendaya.
Mm-hmm.
She, first of all, I'm older than her. How's she gonna cross my path? I don't know her. Then when Euphoria, I don't know her songs. I don't know nothing.
Right.
I'm sure she sings.
I
But
thought
yeah,
that's all
Keke
she
Palmer
did.
got them together.
Yeah.
Now I've seen Keke and more stuff. Akilah and the Bee, True Jackson, and whatever other movie she's in. Beauty Shop. Oh, Keke was in everything. Anything black you see, Keke.
She was in that Tyler Perry movie.
Yes, Medea Goes to Jail. Not Medea. Medea. It was a Medea movie.
She was in What's Love Got to Do with It. Oh no, that was Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And her talking about Angela Bassett. No, I like the first one when she talked about the first time she talked about Angela Bassett being Katherine Jackson. Not this new viral one. It's one from before. But she stays ahead of the game.
And she stays working.
And the gag is and
she stays
Yes.
working. And she lets you know I always got a bag.
yeah.
I always got a bag and a gig.
Yeah, and I love when she used to go on the Wendy Williams show and she talked about who she was dating, if she was dating at that time or whatever. Like, we see Keke more than Zendaya. Like, I found out Zendaya was black when that lady talked about her hair. Then I found out her father was black. Yeah, I ain't know nothing about it. But I still don't want to sit here and compare the two because
Right.
there's no comparison.
No.
And Keke set y'all straight. So let's talk about, so in Philly, over a month ago, a man 73 years old, walking like 2 blocks away from where I used to live at, was killed by these kids with cones, safety cones, hitting him in the head with it, killed him. He died the next day in the hospital. So, it's a big news story here in Philly. They looking for these kids. A couple kids turned themselves in. Some were released. 2 are being charged as an adult for the role that they played in the death of this man, James Lambert. And come to find out, when I heard the name, Tanya Stevens, when I heard that name on the news, I said, oh, I know that name. Then I was like, I wonder if it's her. Then, oh my God, that's her. Then I'm like, well, I don't know what side of the family, this person is related to. Come to find out, that's one of my best friend's uncle that was murdered. Then I'm like, well, damn, that's Chase's uncle too. That's my nephew Chase's uncle. Well, great uncle. Or great uncle. I don't know which one, but it's his uncle. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And it happened at 2:30 in the morning. It's fucking ridiculous that these children are out 2:30 in the morning and the parents don't know where their children are. The only time I could be outside at 2 o'clock in the morning at that time is in a dream. Okay?
Like Troy was in Crooklyn.
Right. There was nothing. Oh, bitch. When that fucking light came on, that house.
And we're talking about the kids who did this to them, to the man.
Kids, your ass better be in the house. And if I let you outside, you better not get off that step. That's how it was. You try to go a little bit further down. Didn't I tell you better stay on the step? Stay on the step. I didn't say go nowhere else. That's how it was in that time. And you got kids who are out here that took a man's life. Now, do I think that was their intent to kill him? No. But still, doing mischievous shit, you took someone's life. And it's sad that more people can't be charged or parents can't be charged and stuff like this when your children are out and 2:30 in the morning.
Right.
Now, we got on Jussie Smollett years ago. What are you doing in the cold? Children, what are you doing outside? 14, 10, all these random ass
and
ages.
for one of the lawyers of the kids to say, oh, well, we all snuck out.
Oh, that bum bitch.
Let me tell you something. I snuck out maybe once or twice when I was a kid, but I ain't never sneak out to kill nobody.
No.
Never. And I ain't never think about killing nobody when I snuck out. The problem that I'm having is, and I had to get two people together, one at my job and one on Facebook. The problem that I have is, and then both of them didn't know that I knew somebody who was related to this man. And once I told them, then they switched their story up. Oh, well, I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, but now you've already revealed how you felt. But the problem that I have with is that there were people saying, oh, well, what was he doing outside? First of all, because I got two. I think the person on Facebook, I got worse than I did the person at my job, even though I got him real good. I said, let me tell you something. That man was 73 years old. I don't give a fuck if he was 73, 33, or 103. He was a grown man outside. When you got 10, 11, and 12, and 14-year-olds roaming the street at 2:30 in the morning, that's a fucking problem. Okay? That's a problem. The fact that anybody would question why a 73-year-old man was walking the streets at 2:30 in the morning and not question why a 14-year-old was walking the streets at 2:30 in the morning, when one is an adult who's lived this earth twice as long as a 14-year-old, and you're going to question why
4 or 5 times
he's outside at 2:30 in the morning? Let me tell you something. My mother and father knew where the fuck I was at 2:30 in the morning when I was 14 years old. Because there was only one place I could be at 2:30 in the morning when I was 14. And that was in the motherfucking bed.
Right.
The fact that you don't know where your child is at 2:30 in the morning is still a problem for me. It's still a problem for me. Can't none of those parents, and I do mean none of them, give me any type of excuse as to why they didn't know where their child was at 2:30 in the morning. Because you know what that tells me? If your child wasn't out committing a crime at 2:30 in the morning, then your child could have been out getting raped at 2:30 in the morning. And you as a parent don't even know where your child is at 2:30 in the motherfucking morning. So now my question is, what were you doing at 2:30 in the morning? Mom, Dad, where were you at 2:30 in the morning? Mom, Dad, if you did not know where your child was at. And I don't want to hear, oh, well, some parents have to work overnight. You're absolutely right. But even at 2:30 in the morning, if I work overnight, I know that my child better be in the goddamn house at 2:30 in the motherfucking morning. Kids don't have fear of their parents anymore, okay? Let me tell you something. When we were young, my mom used to scare me and my sister with this one thing that she used to tell us. When her and my dad wasn't home, my mom used to tell me and my sister, you better not open this door for nobody if they come knocking on this door. And this is what she used to tell us. I don't care if my mother comes knocking on this door. You better not open it. Now, mind you, my grandmother was already dead. But she used to tell us, if my mother comes knocking on this door, you better not open it. And that put fear in us. Because if we opened that door,
right,
there was going to be a problem when my mom came home. These kids don't have fear anymore. These parents are letting their kids do any. The fact that the youngest was 10 years old, outside at 2:30 in the morning.
Never. First of all, it was a big thing to me when I was 16 and outside at midnight.
Let me tell you something, Kevin.
Okay.
When I became an adult, I was trying to figure out why were adults outside at 12 in the morning. I'm trying to figure out why are y'all outside at 12 in the morning. Because hello, I want to be in the bed. But for a kid to be outside at 2:30 in the morning? Listen, you're an adult. I'm still trying to figure out why you out here, but you're an adult. You have every reason to be out here, whatever the reason is. But for a child to be outside at 2:30 in the morning, and for the lawyer to say, "Oh well, we all snuck out." I ain't never snuck out and killed nobody.
But it was her attitude and how she said it.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm like, where did they find her?
I don't care what they do with these kids. They can throw them. Don't say that,
Don't
Mikhail.
say that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't say
there's
it. But that's how I feel.
there's a
Because when I
chance for
saw the
redemption,
video,
but my goodness.
when I saw the video, they had no remorse. They followed this man as he was stumbling away from them. They followed him, and they continued to pick up that cone, which, by the way, those cones are very heavy. Because as a grown man, even I have to pick them up with both of my hands because I ain't strong enough to pick them up with one. The fact that they picked up this cone and followed this man and threw it at him and hit him several times with it, and you think I'm gonna have remorse for them? I don't think so. I just can't. It's too early for me to feel sorry
And
for
then
them.
the mom
It's too early.
gets on TV and
Yeah.
start blaming everybody but her own child.
But her child. Yep. Yep. That just goes to show you the ignorance, not only in this country, but the ignorance in this fucking city.
Yeah, and she's not the only mom. Remember the other mom that did that shooting in Texas talking about,
Yeah.
don't judge him.
Yeah, I saw that
How
video
dare
too.
you say don't judge him?
And your son killed all them fucking kids, and you gonna sit here and tell these parents don't judge your son? I don't. You know what? There are a lot of people who are not wrapped tight, and the more you hear them speak, the more you realize a lot of these people are not wrapped too tight. For you to blame other people other than your child for being a part of a murder. Your child was a part of and it wasn't just one child. It was about 5 of them kids out there that night what are kids doing walking down the street at 2:30
And they
in the
didn't have
morning?
no shoes on, so some of them didn't have shoes on, so you know they live close by.
Where were they going
I don't know.
or coming from at 2:30 in the
Probably at
morning?
that park right there, 22nd and Susan
But
B.
what were they
Moore.
doing at the park at 2:30 in the morning?
me
Because
tell
the
you, it's
lights
a
are not
lot.
on in that park.
There's a lot going on in that
I
park.
know that, Kevin, but the lights are not on. That's why there's a lot that goes on in that park. Them lights ain't on in that park at 2:30 in the morning.
I don't ride past it. I don't know. I mean, but at least cameras was rolling. The cameras got that. That was horrible.
That was horrible. And shame on any of those parents that tried to make an excuse for what their child did. Shame on them.
So, but, oh no,
Shame
because
on
it was
them.
the people they was. No, it's not the people they were with.
No,
Let me tell y'all, when I was
your child was
10,
out there with them.
when I was 9. What year was? No, when I was 10, I had a teacher, Miss Balassa, said everything you do in life is a choice. Nobody can make you do nothing. No matter what, nobody can make you do nothing. And that shit still sits with me, and I'm almost 40 years old. So don't tell me them children didn't know right from wrong.
That's right. Don't tell me that.
They know what's going on. Can't nobody influence you. Can't nobody make you do something. Now, unless they got a gun to your head. And even that is still a choice. But it's the non-apology for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's also where's the remorse for what happened?
Mm-hmm.
And you know the mom got on that thing and cried, but every you don't know where she got this from. Oh, but it was the family. Then it was the friends. It was just too much. And then I was mad how she kept saying condolence instead of condolence. Oh, I was mad about
she was
all
sending
of
her condolences to the family.
condolence. Yeah, she said condolences.
That's what. Didn't I just say these people are ignorant? They don't know no better.
If I
They
was
are
her
a
lawyer, I
product
wouldn't
of
have
their
let I wouldn't have let her.
I
get
know,
on
but they're a
TV.
product of their environment. It's just ignorance
I
all
wouldn't have let her
around.
get on TV.
But the lawyer set her up for failure.
Yeah, it's sad. Well,
Can you imagine how she spells condolence? If she can spell it.
and that's the thing, Mikkel. These kids cannot read.
No, Kevin, I know. Hello, I know. They know everything. They know every rap song.
They know how to pick up a gun, but can't pick up a fucking book.
They
That's
know how
ridiculous.
they know how to set TikTok up
Yes.
and TikTok
You
and
seen
dance.
that little baby put that?
Yeah, on the back of that car. Just what you talking about? And the phone kept falling. And she was determined. And the phone wasn't even on. But she's watching her brothers and sisters and the older kids do it.
Mm-hmm.
We find it funny, but it's really not.
No.
It's really not. And then started dancing.
Yeah.
There wasn't nothing.
Nothing going, no music, no nothing. Babies are smart. They're smarter than what we think. The pastor got robbed yesterday. No, let's talk
I
about
don't know
Kim.
what day it was.
Kim. Well, we could talk about that too. Kim, what's her name? Her name just went over my head. Her
Where's she
face
from?
is in. Her face is there. Kim,
From where?
the singer. Her name is Kim.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Pastor Kim.
Oh, Kim Burrell.
Kim Burrell. I'm like, damn. I'm looking right at her in my head. So Kim Burrell went viral last week. She was at somebody's church. She went on to say how non-expensive she is. Maybe y'all got your PPP money. Maybe y'all can get enough money to book her. How people can be ugly. She went on to say a lot of shit in that video. How people got energy in other people's names and the families. Did you see this video?
I did. It just was horrible. It was horrible.
Like, to go to someone's church and to do that, or just to do that from anybody's church.
And she calls herself a pastor.
Yeah, that says a lot about her. It says a lot about her character. And then
It also says a lot about, I have to say this,
Go ahead.
but it also says a lot about the pastor that invited her. Because I will never forget, we had an incident at my church a few years ago, and one of the ministers got up one Sunday, because my pastor didn't preach, but he was there, and one of the ministers got up to preach, and this particular minister started bringing up this incident in their sermon. When I tell you, my pastor got out of his seat, down to the pulpit, and tapped them and whispered on their ear. And when he went back to his seat, that minister said, I apologize, but my pastor let it be known, we're not going to talk about that. In the middle of this minister's sermon. The fact that whoever it was who invited her did not go over to her and say, we can't do that. But instead, you heard amens and you heard laughing. And that's why I don't understand why people do the amen stuff because I don't amen shit that I don't agree with.
Right.
If I don't agree with it, because that's what it is. That's you're showing a sign of your agreement. I don't agree with anything. If I don't agree with it, you won't hear me say amen. You're not doing it. I call out the pastor who invited her, who didn't stop her to say, wait a minute, we can't do that from this pulpit. But that just goes to show you that there are a lot. Shut up, Mikhail. First of all, I am totally against any preacher getting up in the pulpit and talking about money or how expensive this is or how expensive I am. I'm against that. If you ain't talking about we got a leaking roof in the back of the church and we need to make sure we raise some fund. If you're not talking like that, I don't want to hear it. Okay? If you're not telling your congregation, listen, we got to have some type of fundraiser because the pipes bust down in the basement or the pipes bust in the kitchen or the stove went out and we need to purchase a new stove, so we need to raise some money. If you're not talking like that, I don't want to hear it. But if you're talking about, I'm not expensive to hire. I'm not expensive to come to your church so you can book me. Yeah, and I don't even cost that much. What the fuck are you talking about? And then she comes out and she puts out an apology.
Right.
A written apology that she claims was from her lawyer. And then she got blasted for that apology. So then she came back out with a third apology, with a video apology this time, claiming, that was my lawyer who put out the first apology, this, that, and the third. Then did you see the new video?
She put out another one.
Oh,
yeah,
there's
I
a
seen
new
the video. Wait, she put out one video, then she put out another video?
No, there's now a third video, but she's not apologizing in the
No.
third video. She's now going back to how she felt in the first video. Because now, listen, the third, let me tell you one motherfucking thing.
Mikhail.
Be quiet, Kevin. Let me tell you one motherfucking thing, Kim Burrell. Leave Beyonce the fuck out of your shit. Now she has a new video where she's at some church. You can't break my soul. You won't break my soul. Bitch, let me tell you something. This indirect shit that you got going on, leave Beyonce the fuck out of it, okay? Leave her out of it, okay? Let me tell you something. You are not sorry. You're not apologetic. You only were sorry because you got caught because they were recording at that church that you were making them comments. Because this ain't the first time you've made ignorant comments. This isn't the first time that you've been called out on stuff that you've said, okay? So leave Beyonce out of it. That Break My Soul song is not for people like you. Okay? It's not for people like you. And for you to go to a church and say, you won't break my soul. They won't break my... I thought you were apologetic a week ago. Now you're talking about somebody won't break your soul.
Right.
So were you sorry or are you sorry or aren't you sorry? Leave Beyonce,
Out of this.
out of this.
And what do you
Beyonce is somewhere minding her motherfucking business. Leave her out of it. And I'm not going to tell you again.
And the pastor that got robbed, he said, first of all, they let it be known on the news. They said $400,000 worth of jewelry. Then on CNN, it was $1 million worth of jewelry.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about either.
And he was
when I saw the 400K,
stuff.
When I saw that on the 400K, I said to myself, baby, first of all,
it could have been a.
Can I just say this?
Mm-hmm.
It said that the church was robbed of $400,000 from the pastor and the members who were there.
His wife too.
All of them.
Oh, I didn't know they got. I just thought they got him and his wife.
Well, I thought they robbed everybody who was in there.
No, they got him and his wife.
So they only
the
broke in
jewelry.
there and just robbed him and his wife. So only 2 people had on $400,000 worth of jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I read that they robbed everybody that was in there.
No, I only heard about him and his wife. They took his ring. They took whatever jewelry.
Well, they in the beginning of the video, they didn't even go to him and his wife.
They went to his wife first. They went to his wife first, then they went to him. From what
Let me tell you
seen
something.
on the news,
If 2 people in one church got on $400,000 worth of jewelry, I started thinking about my church.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the people in my church got on for $100,000. You talking about 400,000?
Mm-hmm.
But people make fun of people make fun of churches like mine that I go to.
Mm-hmm.
They make fun of ours and say, "Oh, that's old school," or "They too traditional." But then y'all run to these churches where these people, where the pastor and his wife is wearing $400,000 worth of jewelry.
And then he gets on camera talking about, "Yeah, I could wear these things. If God blessed me with it, why can't I buy these things?"
But that's the excuse that they make. And let me tell you something. If God blessed you with what he blessed you with, go right ahead. But let me tell you something. Don't throw a pity party when these people run into church and only target you and your wife, because that means that you and your wife somewhere somehow was being flashy, and these people knew that you and your wife.
They called him a flashy pastor.
Oh, well then, why are we talking about this?
Yeah, because I just found it interesting.
It's ignorant that anybody would walk in the house of God and rob them during morning service. That is ignorant, and I don't on live stream, and I don't condone the robbery at all. But what I will say to the pastor and his wife is, you cannot walk around here with a target on your back and think that people ain't gonna shoot. Mm-hmm. Y'all walking around here with a target on your back, people gonna shoot.
That's for anybody,
and that's for anybody.
You see, like how Marlo be on the Real Housewives. Did you see the news story about people in the area of Sandy Springs?
Got robbed. I saw that.
Got robbed.
And robbed while her and her nephews was in the house.
Yeah. Now she said she made it to the panic room, but I want to know. Let me stop her. She said, "Don't talk about Michael and whoever he is." You know,
I thought they both made it to the panic room.
I don't know.
I thought all of them
Marlo
did.
said she made it to the panic room.
She said, "I heard them scream and I ran." Don't let King you. Because I can see that be something on the reunion. Did Marlo say that she ran to the panic room and left her nephew? And she's claiming she loves me? Even Jodie Foster made sure that her daughter got in that panic room in that movie, Panic Room. Okay? It was just her and her daughter in there. And her daughter, I think, was sickly, too.
Yeah, she said it was the screams like something was wrong. And I went to the panic room. But did they make it? Okay. Yeah. So, that's everything. Shout out to George Clooney, Amy Grant, Gladys Knight, U2, and Tanya Leon, who will be the 2022 Kennedy Center honorees this year. And I know you keep pushing for Pay the Bell, and she keeps getting up there, up there, up there.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
And they need to do it before.
Yeah.
We don't know how long. I hope she listens.
I mean, I'm good. Let me tell you something, Gladys Knight. I'm happy for her. Gladys Knight is well deserving.
Too, yeah.
She's well deserving. I mean,
she should have been in there too.
Yeah, she's well deserving, and I'm glad. But I'm just saying, like, Patti LaBelle, I've been pushing her for her. But you know what's so sad? Because 3 people that I was pushing for all died. 4 people. I pushed because Kennedy Center. I haven't been on their website in a long time. But a few years back, they started this thing where they allow fans to send in recommendations. Mm-hmm. I sent in for Prince, he died. Whitney Houston, she died. Michael Jackson, he died. And Betty White, she died. Damn. I sent in for all 4 of them, and they all died.
And they never thought to get Betty White one?
Nope.
Damn.
One person that they wanted to give one to, and they wanted to give it to her several times over the year. She declined because she had a fear of flying, and that was the actress Doris Day from way back in the day. You know, she died a few years ago at like 96 or something like that. But over the years, they wanted to honor her. But because she lived in California and they do it in D.C., she had a fear of flying, and so she always declined.
Put her ass on the bus.
Yeah. Who's taking a bus from California to D.C.?
People do it all the time.
Not nobody who's old.
Aretha did it. She been
Well,
flying
Aretha wasn't in her 90s either.
Aretha wasn't flying nowhere, okay? She got on her tour bus and she went.
Yeah, because she had several days. Yeah, can you imagine her on the tour bus? Move that. Move that. I can't feel. Oh, God. Remember that Snickers commercial when she was ignorant in that commercial?
Yes. Did you see one of those not a commercial, but one of these news stories? It's like a random news story. It's one of the sisters from one of the groups saying how Aretha was nasty to her all the time. Somehow Aretha would say, call me, but Aretha would always change her number.
What?
She did a song with Aretha back in the day, and she said Patty messed with my vocal, like they turned her microphone down.
Oh, so she had something to say about Aretha and Patty.
Yes, was it a Sledge sister? It was somebody. It was.
I don't know.
The story was hilarious, but my thing was, why even put that out? Aretha's dead and gone. Ain't nothing nobody could do.
Right.
Like Aretha was Aretha. It is what it is. But yeah, I just thought that story was hilarious. Because when you think about Got to Be Real and all of that, I can really picture it. It's such a shame. But yeah, I can picture it. So yeah, everybody, that's our video for today. Hopefully we can get together for a video this week. I don't know. I'll let y'all know. Because if I'm something I noticed, I used to stay like at work. But with training, Mikkel, it's like nonstop 7 hours of talking.
Oh, yeah. No.
Training. Like, I'd be like, oh, bitch, I don't feel like it.
Right.
So we'll see. But thank y'all for watching. I miss y'all. Love y'all. Happy birthday, Michelle Williams, which was yesterday. Happy birthday to Madison, who turned 18 yesterday. Well, not yesterday, on Saturday. Michelle turns 43 on Saturday. Everybody's getting up there. My brother had a birthday yesterday. He turned 25. Yeah, like happy birthday, everybody. It's Leo season. Enjoy. We're going to be going. We're going to go. So everybody be good. Be safe. Peace.
And have a good time, y'all. And take a little time to enjoy the view.
Yes.